Let me get that. Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Now that is a surprise. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen. I will use this opportunity to gather my strength. I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings. creature is capable of calamitous strength. We ought not to provoke it. Are the rest of you very all right?
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few. Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look. Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but now that I think on it, none in our party are healers. 'Tis worth considering. A mage with knowledge of the curative arts could be our barrier twixt life and death.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Ah, now here's a surprise. Our collection grows.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this. Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
Each to their own.
Onward! Our work is not yet done. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I've oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a...
You best make yourself scarce. Be a lovely lot.
I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings.
Over here, Master. Did you lose sight of me?
We are under attack! Poison ought to be cured with all due haste. Well done.
We shall have to make use of curatives till a mage joins our ranks.
Incidentally,
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Tread carefully. There is no telling what might lurk within. I would advise caution. There may well be traps about.
Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat.
Let us proceed with caution. Eyes peeled, ears pricked.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Shall we set it rolling?
Let us proceed to the next location. I am saved. Thank you, Arisen. Follow me, Master. Our next task awaits. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermont. That's not far from here.
A flawless execution.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
And I take this. Hold it!
Hand over your coin, and I'll let you alone.
Over here, if you would. This isn't the way to our destination, but I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Turn out your pockets! Hold hey! Halt, I say! Up! Halt, I say! Oi! Turn out your pockets! and take
No rest for the weary, it seems. We will be hard-pressed to find victory here if we cannot heal our wounds.
Run! I enjoy the chase.
Where do you think you're going, eh? Get back here.
Go on, run! I enjoy the chase.
Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me. It is not what I expected.
Heed your senses. If aught feels out of place, it could very well be a trap.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. I knew that I could count upon your... strength arisen.
We've no healing magic at our disposal, so curative will have to do.
There are other matters to discuss, such as...
I believe your foe is drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns lest we summon it towards him.
Focus. The battle continues.
Splendid.
Take care where you place your feet. Sharp incline as it's like to throw us off balance if it is our enemies. Cannot let down our guard even for a moment, lest victory slip away from us.
Really? Now?
Very well. I shall go on ahead. That's a rare find. Fortune smiles upon us this day.
We shall have to find a use for it.
'Tis not what I expected. Undead, draw near!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Then I shall remain by your side.
hard one.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard. I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be... By your command, Arisen. Why are you doing this, Arisen? Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
We must be ready for anything. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
Back at the shop.
Another encounter? I will like this. We are already hard pressed from our previous engagement. 'Tis dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master. Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey. I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings.
Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
True enough. A fine place to harvest some ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? I'd wager there's aught to be found here. We ought to take a closer look.
This ends here!
These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair.
No rest for the weary, it seems. We'll be hard-pressed to find victory if we cannot heal our wounds.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
One of us has been poisoned. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true. Well done, Master. Could add a warrior to our ranks. What say you, Master? Their mighty attacks could easily swing the tide of battle in our favor. Walking bones! Holy attacks serve us welcome. Prepare yourself! Let me get that.
How's this? You keep your life, and I just give up. This only ends one way. Get back here!
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along. We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. Pushing on without rest isn't ideal. I'm dead on my feet. I only hope we don't encounter any foes. Oh, well spotted. I'm sure my master would be astonished to learn this is here. Very well. I shall return. not an enemy to be taken lightly. We must strike boldly in the presence of man. I understand. Much appreciated. My strength was beginning to flag. All the rest of you very all right. Arisen, are you all right? She's poisoned. Ice attacks shan't have much effect against this foe. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Tomorrow will be no different.
I'll carefully conserve my strength, and in... endeavor to...
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid.
They say thieves strike swift as the wind, and sudden as a thunderbolt.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. Tis a pleasure to meet you.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, it will be an honor to serve by your... The pawns here are all men, I notice. 'Tis surely a coincidence. Don't make such a fuss. I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings. Saved. Thank you, Arisen. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. Come, we've much to be getting on with. A new day, a new perspective. This might be worth a read. Shall we take a closer look? Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm in picking a few. Tis a glad thing we rested when we did. We must not let down our guard. We are to retreat, then. Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment. Indeed, you are correct. This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. One might confidently call that a resounding... Might we remove this hindrance? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance? We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might. Would anyone care to push? Profitable endeavor. What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I've a feeling 'twill be worth the climb. Master, I believe I could be of aid here. Might I be of assistance? Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby. Keep your ears pricked all the same. Our foes might well use this chance to sneak up on us. Magic may be the solution here, Master. Shall I put my sorcerer skills to good use? Might I be of assistance? Speechless. To think this was my sorcerer skills could improve our situation. Might I be of assistance? Have you taken leave of your senses, Arisen? Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby. Keep your ears pricked all the same. Our foes might well use this chance to sneak up on us. How are we to get through this door? Magic may be the solution here, Master. Shall I put my sorcerer skills to good use? Might I be of assistance? Treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? My sorcerer skills could improve our situation. Might I be of assistance? Allow me to check whether there's aught nearby. Keep your ears pricked all the same. Our foes might well use this chance to sneak up on us. Here we go again. We fight. To arms! Understood. Your risen has been drenched. Efficiency at its best. Let us try for the same result with our next attack. Tis rather high. It might be beyond our reach. Master, I believe I could be of aid here. Might I be of assistance? Tis uncommonly rare, this. I look forward to informing my own master of its finding when I return beyond the rift. Let me get that. If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
You're gonna regret that. I'll be somewhere to make some quick.
What do ye want?
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Save it, cuz. I'm not interested. Looking for a fight, but I can take it.
We'll pull through yet.
This is more than I bargained for. I'll slit your bleeding throat. What the?
Show the blackguard you're not to be trifled with!
Losing battle ain't worth fighting.
You hear me?
That's it! And I shall remain by your side.
am I supposed to do?
Bunch of sluggards.
Gladly stay away. Concern.
Bleeding out standards. No respect for this.
We can see far from here, to the land beyond the sea. What sort of place might it be, I wonder? Where are you going?
Better get to work.
Adventure to be had, if
I shall do as you say.
Go on, have a look. Many thanks.
I have nothing further to add. Over many fierce battles was our bond forged.
I had every faith our paths would cross again, Arisen. I knew we'd not be long apart. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of... Though our paths diverge here,
I'll carefully conserve my strength and... I'm glad to see you in such fine fettle, Arisen. You're even more impressive than when I last clapped eyes on you.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid. Shall we discuss tactics now or later? I will use this opportunity to gather my strength.
Come on, have a look.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail. I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work. Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
Hail, friend. How fare you? 'Tis not long now ere I am to undertake the trial of archery. I thought it only right to tell you that, as you were the one who gifted me the bow that I'll be using. I was also rather hoping you would consider attending. No one could be worthier of witnessing this milestone in elven archery than you. Ah, but the path to the arbor is not easily found or followed. 'Twould be best I escorted you. There is a log bridge near the ruins where I train. I'll await you on the other side. Come find me when you are ready to make for the sacred arbor, the village of my people.
There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Need anything?
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
This hustle and bustle puts me right ready to give the signal.
I'm the crown jewel of our
Not sure what they expect. Welcome.
How precious little time.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected, he was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured him before matters escalated. As to how he learned your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this. 'Tis the least I can offer for your Majesty's assistance.
So the agent was of Batal after all. It is rather eerie that someone should be sent across the border to spy on you.
A full week has passed since Sir Mildred set off. I suppose 'tis time we vacated her dwelling. Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
You have our gratitude.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
This task is our responsibility. We must strive to see it fulfilled.
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace?
I think I can manage.
Over here, if you please.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason. Ah, excellent find.
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope you're as pleased with our deal as I am. This little dwelling's all yours now. suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to. I hope you'll be happy here, friend. Farewell.
I shall come at once, Arisen. Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. Pawns are permitted to approach the castle, but not walk the grounds. I shall accompany you to the entrance.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
I can accompany you to the castle entrance, Master, but no further. Over here, if you please.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
"'Tis here that the bodies of those who fall in vermond are first kept and tended. I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one who walks. Perhaps you've a moment to spare. My days are spent in solemn reflection. You are more than welcome to return.
Where it's possible.
Over here, if you would.
May the heavens look kindly upon us. 'Tis here that the body... I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead. Your patronage is much...
Shall we make for Vernworth Palace? Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Pawns are permitted to approach the castle, but not walk the grounds. I shall accompany you to the entrance. Over here, if you would. We've arrived, just as planned. It seems we must part ways for the time being.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
Oi! You can't come in here.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not allowed in here.
I hear the coronation is to be held anon. Good thing, too.
Should you espy any large monsters, clearing the high roads of such obstructions falls under the military, but our hands...
Just about anywhere.
How intriguing.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melv. Melv, I say. I'm not sure who gave the orders, but I'd like to know what they were thinking. It's beyond my ken.
As it should be. It is no concern of ours. I wish the Minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one's standing watch there at all.
Just yesterday, in fact. Looked in the right side when I saw the door
Do you recall that package from Batawa delivered to Minister's chambers last week? Well, just between you and me, I blundered and nearly tipped the contents out onto the floor. You should have heard the charging Allard gave me. He was so furious, you'd think I'd killed someone. Mark my words, there's more to that package than meets the eye.
Hail, friend! You've come at a good time. I was just hoping to speak with you. Have you heard aught of the masquerades being held in the palace of late? 'Tis said they are in celebration of the sovereign's valorous deeds. However, in truth, my mother is merely holding them to strengthen her ties with her closest retainers. But therein lies our chance, for I suspect one among them might prove an ally to our cause, a man by the name of Patrick. Might I ask you to infiltrate one of these masquerades and give him this letter? I imagine that's the most prudent way to go about this. You have my thanks. I would handle this matter myself, but I am afraid I cannot attend the masquerades. Mother refuses to allow it. I will speak with a sentinel I trust and bid that he ease his patrol on the evening in question. Pray, make use of this opportunity to slip into the venue. Patrick will be wearing a mask without a mane, and a blue cape, I believe. Hopefully this information will be enough for you to seek him out. Come to think of it, there has been tell of some important figure from a neighboring country being invited as well. I've not been told much, but any guest of my mother's is bound to be the mark of much attention. Mayhap 'twould be best to stay away from this figure, lest you attract unwanted notice. You should be going now, friend. You're not meant to be here in the first place. You should be going now.
What to do about combat training? I have no intention of swapping gossip. I have a duty to attend to, as 'twere.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, Tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
But surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Wait for the new equipment is coming.
All seems well here, but you can ne'er be sure.
About time I tore that.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, it is you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have to wait. This is neither the time nor the place for it. Off you go now.
How intriguing.
This is a place to forget one's troubles.
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
Oh, got to keep moving. Best life.
I've been here so long.
Peril is on moments of caution.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
Methinks this will be of interest to Captain Brandt. Shall we go inform him? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
Quite a predicament. Beg pardon, sir, but might I have a moment of your time? I've a proposal to make, and me see, a friend of mine hath an empty house, but no use for it. And I see you round the inn rather often. Understand me? 'Twouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one, and you'd have a place to call your own. What say you? Well, you needn't decide this very moment. Come speak with me again once your mind's set.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Welcome, Suppose I could enjoy some idle chit.
Over here, if you please.
Weary at this hour, sir? You must have quite a... tale to tell. You know where to find me.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. This does not bode well at all. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you have time to spare, might you make for Melv? Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot can we begin to thwart it. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phasers. Now there's a name to remember. I lack information pertinent to this task. Consider hiring a pawn better apprised of such matters.
Welcome.
'Tis so dull when there's nothing doing.
Oh, what does this say? Shall we take a closer look?
Mayhap I ought to ask around. I suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
No one's coming to my rescue, as I well know.
Somehow my feet always carry me here.
I'm scarce
Dead on my
afford to
feet.
keep us fed these days.
But I've much to do yet.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work. Then a bribe.
Do you perchance remember me? You once knew me as maid to the young master, Sebastian. Well, I'm his maid no longer. Though I meant no harm, the mistress saw fit to turn me out. Tell no other soul of this. But the girl I had you fetch was none other than Sebastian's own twin sister. Afeared of inviting conflict over their inheritance, Daphne's family branded her a cursed babe and sent her away. Yet the loss of her newborn child drove the mistress half mad with grief. She's been bedridden ever since. I had hoped the sight of her long-lost daughter might rekindle some vital spark within my mistress. But alas, 'twould seem it was not to be. In the end, my good intentions served only to rob me of my station. I suppose 'twas no less than my due for meddling in the affairs of the nobility. In the end, I suppose 'twas no less than my...
Ah, Sir Arisen. I've been meaning to speak with you. Did you perchance pay a visit to the House of the Blue Sunbright? I see. After the rather strongly worded letter I received, I feared as much. 'Twas under unique circumstances, shall we say, that Daphne came to reside with us. You must understand, the House of the Blue Sunbright is our most generous benefactor, and their favor hinges upon our continued discretion. Thus, for the sake of all who reside herein, I beg you to steer Daphne away from any further contact with that household. Though it pains me to perpetuate the girl's misfortune, it must be done, if the gracious hand is to continue to function.
Not my kind of place.
Sir Arisen, I trust that you will do. Pray see to it that naught occurs. Sir Arisen, pray see to it that naught occurs.
Yes, sir.
Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whate'er treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Not my kind of place, this.
Living's hard, but dreams are free.
I'm ready. All my days were so tranquil.
What's more, can it be we have no sword wielders in our party? We mustn't let our enemy draw too close.
To me, I'd never...
By your command, Arisen.
I'm in fine fashion.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents. Good will come of today. I just...
This hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
too tired?
Can't make a living if I get myself injured.
This place is lovely. I might stay a while. It is busy out today.
Naught of import ever happens here, anyhow.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
Would that I could spend all day here.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make me rich?
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Twas intriguing to watch a mage hold their own on the front lines. I did not think such a thing could be done. I trust we've all inspected our equipment. Come. We've much to be getting. Shall we get some rest then?
If I see that rat again, I'll gut him myself.